Hello, my name is Katie Corder, and I'm going to talk to you today about the future of advertising in the realm of media. This will also include digital spaces, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality. So advertising and media in the future. Advertisers are increasing their presence online by boosting their revenue in social media platforms as well as search engines and other digital locations. The media at the same time is continuing to develop and use new technologies to reach audiences as well as use channels as well. Consumers are getting a personalized, immersive experience. And so basically what this says is where consumers go, advertisers will follow. So traditional versus new media. First off is print, which includes newspapers, magazines, and direct mail. Back in the early 1900s, print was considered the king of advertising. So it had a large influence on that. Obviously, recently, print, especially daily newspapers, has been financially hit hard by the Great Recession as well as the digital landscape. Then there's radio, which took off in the 1920s and 30s, and people then could immerse themselves in an audio-only medium. In fact, some of the first radio spots were sponsored by advertisers. And then television came about post-World War II, especially in the 60s and 70s. This included broadcast and cable. Now advertisers could reach consumers not only with audio and with words, they could reach them with visuals, moving graphics, and other things too. So new media. This includes websites, search engine results, display ads, social media, video, and interactive. So with websites, search engine results, and display ads, there are a lot of different ways that advertisers could reach their consumers through that based on their behavior while browsing the internet. Social media gives a really good ability to target audiences and everything with your ads. And then video and interactives are becoming more important as well. Just to give an example of impact on daily newspapers, there was a 62% decline of newspaper advertising revenue. So you can see it was $37.8 billion in 2008, and in 2018, 2 years ago, it was $14.3 billion. So daily newspapers are being hit hard with that, and so they're looking for new ways to gain money. And to flip that around, the annual growth rate of social ad spend is 8.7%, and it's estimated to reach $102 billion this year alone. So you can really see where that revenue is going to and what the future may look like. So what is the future? Advertising is a very fluid industry. It adapts easily to changing technologies and new channels of information. And it's more or less becoming this integrated marketing communications where it's more strategic in its ads and to whom it shows those to. So what does it look like? So target specific audiences. That's the big thing. Now you can save time and money by targeting more and more specific audiences based on your product or brand. You can understand consumers like never before. This is done through social media, through their advertising targeting abilities, as well as their native analytics. Then you have browsing behavior that Google can track, and then it can display ads based on those to you based on the browsing behavior. And then you also have Google AdWords that really gives you good insight as an advertiser of who to hit, when to hit, and with what keywords. As well as there's an increased use of artificial intelligence and virtual reality. And these build more personal relationships, and consumers then get a new way of information consumption. So an example of AI, so TikTok, which is a social media video platform, it uses AI to understand its user base and their preferences more. This is done through large-scale machine and deep learning algorithms. So for example, based on what you click, like, pause on within the TikTok app, it learns that. And so in your own personal feed, you get a customized feed for yourself that you're more likely to favor because it's based on your behavior that you indicated in the app. So that just shows that advertisers can then target you better based on that behavior. So an example of virtual reality, it's personal, it's immersive, it's memorable, and it's emotional. 61% of users share augmented reality ads that they see online to their friends because perhaps it has those traits of it. So example, pretend you're a travel company or you're a customer looking for travel options. You want to visit beaches around the country. So you can take virtual reality and literally look around at different angles, hear the sound that's happening, and you can get a really good idea of what different spots would look like. All right, so Doug Ryan, president of Digitus LBI, said it best: as long as we're connecting to other people, the human element will never go away. And so then he goes on to talk about this real-time individualization that we need for that human element, and that advertisers will need to be more strategic in that realm. And from that, with all these different traits that you can really reach consumers in a new way, a new personalized way. Thank you for listening. That was my presentation.